I'm Jace.
I'm Scotty.
And I'm your host, Dawson, and you're watching
On the Clock.
Or no, yeah, he had 3 touchdowns. Well, there, I think 6 leagues. Yeah. And so if you're bottom,
Wichita State, we won the past game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to On the Clock. Today we got a short little show for you here, so we're going to dive right into it. First, we're going to start with the NCAA tournament. It's about to wrap up. We got the Final Four games tomorrow. So, Jace, who do you have coming out of the, I guess, I don't know what side you call it, the left side of the bracket?
Left side, so I have San Diego State versus FAU. I mean, FAU's a pretty good team. Beat K-State. San Diego State just beat Creighton. Pretty good run by Creighton. I got SDSU.
Yep, SDSU on their path here. Also beat Alabama. Furman, who upset Virginia.
Yep.
And then FAU beat Tennessee, K-State, FDU, who beat Purdue. And then in the first round, they beat Memphis, who I had in the Elite Eight. So both of them have had tough roads to get here, but I feel like they're both deserving teams. I have SDSU out on top, too.
Yeah, I think you both are awful pickers here. I pick with Vegas. Vegas always makes their money. I'm going FAU here. Continue the Cinderella story. Kind of like last year with North Carolina. I think the lower seed, comes out of here.
Yeah, okay.
I like my pick.
So we're going to go over to the right side of the bracket here. Miami versus UConn. Miami's had a tough road to get here. They beat Houston, they beat Indiana, and they beat Drake. 3 solid programs. They also beat Texas. Run that back again.
Yeah, just start with Miami.
All right. So we're going to go over the right side of the bracket here. Miami has had some tough wins to get there. They beat Texas, they beat Houston, they beat Indiana, and they beat Drake. 3 of the 4, which, like top 25 teams this year. But you got UConn, too, who beat Gonzaga, Arkansas, St. Mary's, and Iona. So you could argue they've had the easiest path to get here, but still a very hard path, and they've produced some statement wins. So I got UConn coming out. I just don't think they have an answer for that interior guy. Jace?
Yeah, I also have UConn coming out here playing. Their first game was Iona. There was a few brackets I was thinking, picking upset here. Iona's a pretty good, solid defensive team, good 3-point shooting. But I ended up picking UConn and kind of helped me win at least a few more games. But yeah, UConn's made it past Gonzaga and Arkansas and kind of run them out of the gym. So I could see UConn making it to the Final Four or to the championship, I guess.
Once again, looking through Vegas, it's Miami. We're going to have a Florida versus Florida. It's what's going to happen. I don't know what kind of basketball you guys have been watching this year, but we're having a Florida versus Florida matchup this year. And
Nigel Pack is tournament MVP, right?
Yeah. And we're actually going to have Florida Atlantic win it all. Yeah. They're bringing it home for the AAC next year. They're joining the American Conference, bringing the Shockers home, a title banner to the conference,
okay.
Just the conference.
Mm-hmm. Miami doing what the Cavanagh twins couldn't do.
Yeah. So Cavanagh twins, not good enough to make it to the Final Four, not even good enough to make it to the championship. But
even the Elite Eight, only made it to the Sweet 16.
So I got Florida Atlantic beating Miami and bringing it home to the AAC.
Okay, sticking with basketball here, we're going to move into the McDonald's All-American game, specifically Bronny James. You guys watched that. How do you think this improves his stock? Because now he's a 5-star recruit, correct?
I think he's 5. He's projected to go top 10 in his draft in 2024. And he dunked over Bronny James and is starting to
Bryce.
Bryce, yeah. Bronny dunked over Bryce. And he's starting to
And Bryce himself is a pretty good prospect, don't you think? He's
really
huge.
He went from 5'8" to 6'6".
Yeah, he could be a pretty decent prospect himself. Yeah.
And then the announcer even said that he's just gotten the explosiveness that his dad had.
Yeah.
Or has.
He took second in the dunk contest. Jace, do you see anything there?
He's a good player, and I feel like the name's kind of out there.
Yeah.
We have the dad that's probably one of the best players. I wouldn't say he's the best. I like Michael Jordan better still, but second best player in the
In the history of basketball.
Yeah, and just the name out there gonna help him a lot. So him going, I mean, I wanted him to go Ohio State. Just his dad grew up there, but I have a feeling he's going to go to USC, stay home with his family.
Of course, yeah.
Probably one and done just because of his name. He probably could stay a few more years if he wanted to, but I mean, he could just.
Yeah, the NIL money seems like it'd be huge. I saw something yesterday. He isn't committed. He's not done playing high school level basketball. He's valued at $3.7 million in NIL money, which is just crazy.
And whenever he gets drafted.
That double, triple, yeah.
Because you know whoever gets him is getting LeBron too.
Yeah.
Or LeBron's going to pay his own money to get a son.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to go to commercial real quick, and then we're going to be back with a new segment and some NFL just news.
It's been 2 days, no food, no water. We're so hungry, parched. Oh my God, Adam, look. Holy crap, it's Louis. Dude, is that a burger restaurant? Oh my God, dude, we gotta go. We gotta go. Oh my God. I'm so hungry, dude. I'm so hungry. Finally. Dude, food. No! Restaurant. Louis Cafe is located in the middle of Rose Hill near the train tracks at 107 South Rose Hill Road. It is open from 11 to 8 Monday through Saturday. Louis serves American cuisine and fried chicken. You can also reach Louis at 316-776-9005.
Welcome back. Some NFL news here. Marvin Jones signs a 1-year, $5 million deal with the Lions. I don't think that's huge, but I think that's a good move for the Lions. Give them another deep threat. Because I feel like, man, they're playoff contenders this year. I think they could win a wild card game. Right now, they're looking up. They brought in David Montgomery to be their running back 2, which is a very solid move because he was the running back 1 in Chicago.
He could open some things up for or whatever.
Yeah. He's going to take away touches from Swift, which is going to hurt my fantasy team, but, that's all right. I like the Lions. All right, and then the Eagles to break out their 80s Kelly Green uniforms. We're going to throw a picture up of them. This picture's photoshopped, but it's going to be sick. Their helmets, I hope they go back to the classic helmets.
I think they said they were going to if I game.
Yeah, I hope they wear more than once. But those are probably in my top 2 or 3 jerseys of all time. Those are great jerseys across all sports. And then sticking with the uniforms, players can now wear number 0. What do you guys think about that? Do you have feelings either way on it? Like it? Don't like it?
I feel like it should be more like, not like quarterback and more like position players.
Skill players?
Yeah, like wide receivers, running backs, possibly DBs. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a quarterback changing. The only quarterback I can see is maybe Lamar.
I could see Lamar wearing 0,
I
yeah.
don't see many quarterbacks changing that. They're either keep their numbers or stay within the range-ish.
I think a good one would be Dak Prescott because
how many times
we're gonna get to the get past the playoff
wild card round. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. So Micah Parsons retweeted something that had him in a number 0 jersey. Pick was tough. I could see him maybe doing it. I feel like that kind of fits his personality. I feel like the number's more of a personality thing. Like Darren Waller, now that he's at the Giants, he's wearing number 12. Doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know. It feels kind of weird.
It means something to him or something.
Yeah, maybe. Other players, Calvin Ridley already changed. Someone else changed. I can't remember who it was, but I could see who's the Olave for the Saints. I feel like I could see him wearing it. Tyreek, I could see wearing it for the Dolphins. Yeah. But it's just kind of fun, new change. K-State had a tight end wear it a couple years ago. He's fine.
College can wear number 0.
Yeah. And then T. Higgins switched to number 5. Yeah. Going back to his college number, he said he didn't want to be associated with Ocho Cinco, who played for the Bengals and was number 85. He wanted to build his, it's a sleek look. Okay, and then we're going to get into our new segment here. We all spun a wheel, and we got an NFL team, and we're going to tell you how we think they should finish out their offseason. So, Jace, you spun the wheel, and you got the Bears. Do you want to lead us off here?
So, Bears, I mean, they have a young, pretty good quarterback that they can build around, possibly get some offensive line to protect him, make sure he stays healthy in the pocket so he can make the good throws. He doesn't really have many weapons to throw to, so maybe add like a healthy Michael Thomas to that. First 4 years, he was healthy. He was really good, and probably one of the best wide receivers. And then possibly getting Dalton Reisner and Frank Clark.
I like both those moves in free agency. Scotty, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I got the Cowboys. I think they've done really good at getting guys to come back, getting away from Zeke's contract. They traded for Brandon Cooks, brought in another weapon after losing Amari Cooper last year. I think the moves they're making now and the moves the Eagles aren't making and losing players, I think this is helping them. Traded for Stephon Gilmore, franchise tag Tony Pollard. They're in the sweepstakes to get Bijan Robinson in the draft. They re-signed Cooper Rush as their backup. I think they don't have too much more to do. I think if
they're more of a complete team.
Yeah, I think if they can get a running back in Bijan or even like Jahmyr Gibbs, I think to kind of duel with Tony Pollard, I think that'd be good for them, but they don't need it. I think they're kind of set themselves up good to win the division this year. Even though the Eagles are still going to be really good, I think they can come out and win this division.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I have the Titans, and the Titans kind of need an overhaul. So I kind of did two different scenarios here. So there's rumors that the Cardinals are looking to move out of the 3rd overall pick. So I have them packaging the 11th pick, Ryan Tannehill, their next year's 1st, 3rd, and 5th for the 3rd overall pick. With that pick, they take whoever's available of Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, or C.J. Stroud. More than likely, I feel like that'd probably be Richardson. And then in the 2nd round, I have them taking Josh Downs, wide receiver, North Carolina. And then in the 3rd round, I have them taking Anton Harrison, offensive tackle. And then in the 5th round, Deuce Vaughn. They need some running back depth.
Oh, yeah?
Free agent targets, I think they should target Dalton Reisner, another K-State guy. Odell Beckham, if he's available, I feel like that gives a young quarterback another weapon. Justin Houston to address their outside linebacker problem, and then Frank Clark for DN with that leftover money. So that's our rebuilds. What do you guys think? Deuce.
Not a fan of the Deuce Vaughn sign or draft.
They need someone to success Derrick Henry. He's getting up there. Okay.
Deuce Vaughn's not it. You go from a 6'6" absolute beast
To a 5'6".
5'6". He's a beast for his size, but a little bit shorter.
Speaking of beasts, let's talk about Chiefs alcoholic here. Chiefs superfan, Chiefs alcoholic. He lives in Tulsa. Big Chiefs fan. He's at every game with amazing seats. He always wears this big wolf costume, big name in the Chiefs organization, like fan base. Yeah. So he allegedly on the way to a Chiefs game. Or let's rewind a little further. On Twitter, he's got, I think it's 150,000 followers, right? And so he went like a week without tweeting, and everybody's like, is he okay? He's normally really active, and so everybody was kind of worried. And someone said they had talked to one of his close relatives, and the relative had told him that he'd been arrested. So nobody really knew what he was arrested for, and then it came out, and someone found he got arrested for robbing a bank. So the story supposedly goes that on his way to Chiefs games, he would stop, rob a bank, and then get the best seats in the house with that, and then gamble all the money. So he got arrested, and he skipped out on his bail. So he's now on the run. He cut off his ankle monitor. They found his ankle monitor in the middle of the field, and nobody knows where he is, where his brother is, or where his mom is. So that's
What a guy.
something. So if the Chiefs make a big move or a first day of training camp or a first preseason game, keep an eye out for him. It's more than likely he'll be there or be doing something. But yeah, so kind of sweeping my Twitter feed right now. Another trend kind of sweeping the school, shadowboxing. Everybody's shadowboxing. You walk into a classroom, you see them going, ooh, 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 I think Scotty lost in the parking lot yesterday. But shadowboxing. So we're going to actually have Adam Bilby take on his good friend Johnny Leck in a shadowboxing match. Scotty's going to play-by-play announce it. And yeah, so we're going to get right into that now.
Okay, I'm here with Adam Bilby. After a tough loss, I mean, you've experienced L's before in your life, but this might be the biggest one of your career. How do you think it went?
I couldn't follow through. I didn't finish right.
Yeah.
And a big problem with me is finishing.
Yeah.
But I just messed up. I'll come back next year. I'll work harder every day, one day at a time, back to the laboratory.
Yeah, life's like that. I mean, you got to learn to finish to really become great, you know? So I think with work, dedication, and practice, I think you can really get there.
With the right coach, I think I can do that. So
And
I think
if you need a coach, just let me know.
All right.
We can take out Johnny Leck together.
we need to work on that finishing, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Bro, I'm getting like Cobra Kai high fives here, bro.
Thanks for watching the show. See you on Tuesday.